Hello, dear children. I welcome you in today's English class where we are going to start 9th chapter What Happened to the Reptiles. So let's start the story. You may not believe this story, but I can tell you it is true because I have been to Pambalputti, a village on the edge of the jungle. The story starts, it seems it's an imaginary story, but the writer emphasizes that maybe you don't believe on this story, but it happens to me as I am familiar, or the writer is familiar with the place Pambalputti. And the place was situated near the jungle. It is on a cliff, and the vast forest stretches below like a mossy green carpet. This place was situated on the mountain, and from all the other sides it was covered with forest. So it seems here figure of speech simile is used. A comparison is made that it seems that entire place was covered with soft green carpet. There are many kinds of people in the village: dark, fair, tall, short. They speak many languages. Some eat meat, some don't. Some pray in a small temple at the edge of the forest. Others pray in a mosque some miles away. The village was a mixture of so many variety of people. Some were short, some dark, some tall, some fair. Some were followers of Hinduism, some were following Islam, some were going to worship in temples, some were going to worship in mosque. My name is Prem and I live many hundred miles away from Pambalputti. Now the narrator is introducing himself that his name is Prem and he was living 100 miles away from the particular place Pambalputti, which is being described. I had heard about the village, but I had never been there. Though he had heard many things about the village Pambalputti, but he could not get chance to be there. Then last year, something terrible happened. The people of my own village went mad, far, far away in a place they have never been to. A temple or mosque had been burned down and they went mad. But sometime one terrible thing happened at his place, that the people had started behaving in absolutely odd way. They were struggling, they were fighting and quarreling for the sake of religion, for the sake of temple or mosque. They were burning down the places, religious places of other peoples, other caste peoples, the working places, the worshipping places they were destroying. And the writer thinks they all had gone mad because earlier they all were living in harmony, but now they had left their previous track. They started fighting with one another. Some had to run away in the middle of the night and at 3 in the morning. What happened? They all had started fighting, quarreling, and killing one another. Because of that, they all were leaving the place. Some were forced to leave at midnight, some were forced to leave at early morning, like 3 o'clock. As I lay in my house, half awake to the sounds of hate and violence, there was a fire. Many houses were burned down in the fire, one of them was mine. And he was recollecting that once he was half awakened because it was midnight, and he found that many of the places were, because of the violence, they were set in fire. And many houses were set in fire, and his house was one of them. I managed to grab a few clothes, some coins, my little Ganesh statue, and I ran. Somehow he managed to take out all the essentials, some clothes, one statue of Lord Ganesha, and they had to run away. I ran for a day and night, resting whenever my legs would not carry me any further. He kept on running, and only running. Wherever his legs were not cooperating him, they were extremely tired. There only he was taking some rest. I jumped on a train, then on a bus, no tickets, never mind. Everyone seemed to be running. He hired some places like somewhere bus, somewhere train. He did not have tickets for any one of the conveyances, and he did not bother for that. It seems there everybody was running from one place to another.